Anne Widdicombe has been on GBNews, and she's been talking about Sir Keir Starmer's plan to stop the asylum seekers, or to stop the migrants, and to stop the small boats. 80,000 are expected this year. Keir's plan is to tackle the backlog. I entirely agree with that. To cooperate with France. I don't agree with that. And to deal directly with the traffickers at source. I agree with that. Anne Widdicombe says that we've had 3 attempts at cooperation with France, giving France money 3 times. They take the money and do zilch, she says. I love the word zilch. She's right, of course. In this particular sense, she's absolutely right. She says that we must do something about asylum, and that if Keir Starmer is planning to do something, he's going to be measured on whether or not he sends people back. Sending people back, anything less than that is all froth, she says. You know, you've got to seek resolutions. You've got to have reality. So when she comes to looking at the poster campaign, which started yesterday, she said, "Oh, it's fine to dissuade people, but we must do more. It's not good enough just sending a few hundred Albanians back. You have to send a few thousand. That would be a deterrent. That would be convincing. Anything else is just words." In so much of what she says, I am inclined to agree in principle with what she says. I don't like the way she says it particularly. Well, I do, actually. I think she's very theatrical and very entertaining. But I think fundamentally she is wrong, as indeed the government is wrong. There's no point in having a poster campaign in English. You have a poster campaign in Albanian, and you have an office in northern Albania. We actually know exactly where many of the Albanians are persuaded to come to the UK. It's from North Albania, and up in the mountains, wonderful places where there are lots of old traditions and a fracturing of society and traditions altogether because of so many people leaving the country. And this should be discouraged. And those people who want to come to the UK, who have skills to offer, and indeed we need people to pick fruit and so on, those people should be able to access schemes to come here without risking their lives. And we need to be more proactive in the way that we offer routes for migration to deter the sort of journeys across the English Channel. That is our objective: to stop people dying in the Channel, to stop people risking their lives, and to clear this backlog and stop people being kept in hotels at our expense in a completely spurious and ridiculous way. We need to make the Home Office work effectively, and that means clearing the backlog. So Keir Starmer is absolutely right. And in fact, in this particular case, although there's a lot of pontificating and a lot of posturing, Keir Starmer and Anne Widdicombe seem to be saying pretty well the same thing, as indeed do I. We also need to cut down on the rhetoric and the sloganizing. Albania is not the enemy. Albania is our friend. The enemy is poverty. The enemy is the failure to provide structure. We should be in a position to deal with both. We're not, because we're too obsessed with our rhetoric.